Ah, Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people, does it ever get lonely sometimes?
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness? I don't know how you managed.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
I appreciate the concern. Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that. Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be. But either way, the day will come. And I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day, we'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Rena's Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Rena's Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the great spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the maiden's direct control over the great spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Rena's Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Rena's Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony. Considering that the Rena's Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed, I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dahna's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dahna from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Rena's Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Rena's Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegus.
It is likely that the Rena's Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dahna's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Havrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar, is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man, Is it too much to ask for Hevert 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait. Once the Fall Knights is good to go again, we'll be taking off for Rena right away.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Dahnans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Dahnans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Dahnans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright? To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more? That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before, about whether Dahna's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dahna's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dahna's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dahna's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dahna's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dahna's will?
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dahna's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dahna's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Hefric 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dahna's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
Are you sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Xion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dahna? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Rena's Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrect 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Rena's Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Rena's Alma, but it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything
Listen,
that we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world, Renans and Dahnans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Xion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Xion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Xion,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dahna and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Phasal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrek 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquio, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights. Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shion's Fire Master Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrect 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details, so assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dahna.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dahna is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dahna, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dahna's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dahna suffer the same fate, ever.
hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
No, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Helganquio!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Ignite!
On guard! This one's mine! Lightning away!
Take it! Sword Ring Alpha!
I don't mind if I do! Annihilation!
Take it! Sword Ring Alpha!
A whirling spear!
Dragon Swarm!
Winds of heaven!
Sword Ring Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Sword Ring Alpha!
Searing flame!
This one's all mine!
Come forth, the heroes of fury!
Eat this!
Going in!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Healing stroke!
I owe you one.
Do it! Tiger blade! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Raging cascade!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! I can handle it! Far enough! Mega ray!
Sword Ring Alpha!
The earth throbs in pain.
This is looking good.
In a bind,
Shield and Raging cascade! I'll heal you all!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! Heaven and earth!
Ha! Burn! Okay, here I go.
This one's mine! Make your break! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! A flawless victory! Lightning condemned! Naturally! Do it! Ringwell! Frozen! Hammer! All disaster! Hold on to your art!
Sword Ring Alpha! Dragon Swarm!
Here goes!
Good! Make it break!
Ringwell! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Here I come! Sword Ring Alpha!
Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth!
Dragon Swarm!
Into the shadows! A wailing
Make it
storm of
break!
lightning!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I have a bad feeling about this. This one's mine!
No further!
These ones can run rings around us.
Sword Rain Alpha! I owe you one. Burn!
Light up the dark!
Come one, come up! Dragon Swarm!
Prepare to be seized or fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Dragon Swarm!
It's
A
time!
wailing fury of lightning! Divine stage!
Take this!
Wind of heaven! Burst forth!
Here I come! I'm not done! Here I come!
Guardian Hail!
Get out of this!
I'm ready to go!
You're mine!
Make it rain! Lost! Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
All disasters
No!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Piercing
This
roar!
one's all mine!
Maelstrom! By the
This
power
You're
of
mine!
I can handle it! Alright, let me at him!
Here I come!
Alright, let me at him!
Dragon Swarm!
Guardian
Sword Rain
Hail!
Alpha!
Here I go! Anything in order is all mine!
Now, Zara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long
I'm not done!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Fire!
Divine savior!
I got it!
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known that's what it was gonna be about.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more... action! Concentrate!
Take this! Move it!
Annihilation!
Burn it! Driving me mad! Prepare to be seized! We got flyers!
I got this! Let him marksman him!
Sword Rain Alpha! All
Winds of
yours!
heaven! First force!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Lightning!
Far enough!
Dragon!
Now you see what I can do! Hang fire!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here I go! More incoming!
Take this!
This one!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take this!
One more time!
You escape!
Annihilation!
Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha!
Winds of you! Here's evil! The flameless roar! Sleep now! I'll be
Guardian Hail! This one's mine!
Not much longer to go!
Reinforcements incoming!
Final
Not a
push.
problem! Let's do this together, Alpha!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Fire!
Where are you
all mine.
going? Dance in the
Strike!
wind!
You escape!
Go in!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Alpha! Burn!
Alright, let me out! Here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Radiant light! Here! Dance in the wind! Here I go!
Explosive Ray!
Johalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Magic is there!
I'm ready to go!
Sword Rain Alpha! Move it!
In a bind? Light up the dark! Nothing gets by me!
I'll smash you!
I got you!
You're mine!
No more playing nice!
On guard!
Dragon Swarm!
Appreciate the help! Glacial
Sword
Fire!
Rain Alpha!
Here's evil!
On guard!
It's time!
Do it!
Take this!
Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Here I come!
Surely.
Burn!
Far enough!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
to crumble!
More Zuko?
Keep calm and take them down! Alright, let me
Hurricane
A chain between heaven and
Soda!
earth. A wailing dare be awakened.
Tear! Hurricane thrust!
More for the stars.
Take this! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Ah, and here I hope that was inclusive.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Theon actually
Fall
look
back,
like
Alpha! We'll take point here!
Thanks. Sorry to impose on you like this. I'm not done! Dragon Force!
If it's in the sky, it's
I
mine.
don't mind.
Heaven and earth.
Dragon
A wailing dare be
Make it
awakened.
raw!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble! Think we overdid it?
Not a chance!
Not by a long shot!
Tear! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Water energy.
Not today!
Back into the fray.
Hold on.
Now. Astral energy. Full throttle. The flame.
More? Hurricane thrust!
Hurricane here. Radical stream.
Hurricane thrust! Tear!
Hurricane thrust.
Soaring rain!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
More? More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Oh, sparkling
Mark
star
her.
light.
Take that.
Rain down and purify.
Soaring Light Spear!
Going in.
Soda!
This one's mine.
Going in!
Ha! No escape!
Do it, Zara. Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
All thanks to you!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Healing circle.
pain.
Where are you going? Now.
I don't know what.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning
More?
flames.
Hurricane Thrust! Dragon
Flame
Swarm!
between heaven and earth. Radiant pierce. A wailing
see
band
what I
of
can
lightning.
do.
Out of ammo.
Take this!
This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
A whirling struggle.
Dragon Swarm! More? Ha! Eat this!
Seal.
Here I come! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Soaring Light Spear!
Not on my watch. I'm only getting started.
Take this!
By the power of
Here I come!
lightning
Sword Rain Alpha!
Make it ready!
Zora, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Not a
Here
chance!
goes.
Stardust! Soaring Light Spear! Stardust!
Here,
Into the
let me
wind.
help!
Ha! Eat this!
Make it ready!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rehna? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rehna's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
We're in for a long slog with this one!
Going.
Their arms were interrupted!
Glacial fear. Here's evil. These things really get on my nerves.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Like moths to the flame!
Make it ready. Zora, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
My turn!
Not by a long shot! Deny! Going in!
Take this! Ignite!
Here goes.
You're mine!
This one's
Sword Rain
mine!
Alpha!
Unlock!
Glacial fear. Here's evil.
Time to shine!
Lightning freeze laser. Thunderblade.
This one's mine!
Heaven and earth.
bring you down. Easter!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Air
Sword Rain Alpha!
A chain between heaven and earth! Spear! Here's evil!
Dragon Claw!
Freeze Lancer!
I'm not done! It's on!
Hurricane Strike!
Can't get out of this!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Hear me! Flame
Not a chance!
Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger. We're in for a long slog with this one.
Ignite!
Right here. I got
Sword Rain!
Inferno crossing.
Sword Rain Alpha! I don't know what I'd do without you. Sword Rain Alpha!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Laser spear.
Charge!
Eagle. Far enough.
Hold nothing back!
Hit.
Take this!
Take that. Freeze Lancer.
Dragon Swarm!
Air thrust.
Sword Rain Alpha! Too fast! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help? Not in your dreams.
Take this!
Healing
Sword Rain
cycle.
Alpha!
Radiant
Showtime! Dragon Swarm!
Radiant
Sword Rain
now.
Alpha!
Astral energy. Full throttle. A flawless victory.
Now!
You require a hand.
Naturally.
Hurricane Thrust!
Piercing roar.
Sword Rain Clear!
A whirling on guard. This one's mine. Winds of heaven.
Take this!
Prototype field.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Stealing flame. Reload. Now.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
feeling about this.
Now see what I can do.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Take this.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah. And come here to me.
You're taking too many hits!
Heaven and earth.
Dragon Sword!
A wailing dance of lightning.
Far enough!
Divine, here goes.
Burn! Take this! Sword Ring Alpha! Try this!
The flames
Damn it!
burning strike.
Hurricane
Here I come!
Shattering pieces.
Heaven and earth.
Sword Ring Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art. Confiscated.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
This one's mine.
Sword Ring Alpha!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out there.
And miss all the fun? No way.
To be seen.
This one's all mine! Take this! Sword Ring Alpha!
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Dragon Swarm! Not today! Take this! Sword Ring Alpha!
Here's a healing art.
Sword Ring Alpha!
Just what the doctor ordered. Radiant
Sword Ring Alpha! Here I come!
Denied!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Dragon
Winds of
Swarm!
heaven. First force.
Sword Ring Alpha!
Lightning condemned.
Rending Blast!
That'll bring you down. Chain between heaven and earth.
Sword Ring
Outstanding
Alpha!
form. Do it. This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
A whirling struggle.
Now!
Ready.
You're mine! No further!
Going in!
Pull myself together.
Burn! Here I come!
Radiant
Sword Ring Alpha!
This one's
Here's a
mine!
healing art.
Try this!
First aid. More without
Guess I
fear.
gotta use it
Ring.
sometime.
I'm only getting started.
Amazing.
Lightning condemned.
I'll smash you.
Mega red. Wasn't a chain between heaven and earth.
You're mine!
Annihilation. A
Sword Ring
wailing
Alpha.
dance of lightning. Burning strike. Sealed.
Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help.
Light astral lightning. Aqueous surge.
You're mine!
Not on my watch. Dance in the
Going
wind.
in.
Here I come!
Air thrust.
Prepare to be sealed! You're mine! No further!
Healing circle.
Sword Ring Alpha! It's on! Eat dirt! Okay, here I go!
This one's mine.
No escape! Sword Ring Alpha!
All healed.
Try this!
Switch to offense!
And
My head's spinning just watching
what I
you.
can do.
Healing circle.
Far enough. Their arts were
Security.
interrupted.
Take this! Sword Ring Alpha!
Back into the fray.
Do it.
Down and
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I feel sprightlier than before.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Guess I misread the landing.
Shield at me!
Dragon Force!
Glacial Spear!
Not today!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Rain down and purify all!
Switch fire! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malicer!
I'll heal you all!
Anything in armor is all mine! Armor won't save you! That's it!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
If it's in the sky,
This one's
it's
mine!
mine!
Quick snap!
Try harder! My
I
turn!
can handle it! Watch this!
Sword Rain
Burn up!
Alpha!
I'll
Dragon
heal you
Force!
all!
Try this!
Healing
Explosive
circle!
Ring!
I really owe you.
You're mine!
Now I'm in the
Sword
groove.
Rain Alpha!
Going in! Burn!
The flame inside me is yours! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
In a vine?
Here I Sword Rain Alpha!
Whirlwind snap!
Into the shadows!
You picked the wrong fight!
Flaming meteor!
Take this!
Mega ray!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega ray!
Going in! Anything in armor is all mine!
Explosive Ring!
I'm on it!
Mega ray!
Try harder!
I can carve through
Now!
armor!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha!
First aid!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! You're mine!
Mega ray! Come on!
You have to hold on!
Primed and ready!
Going in!
Hurricane! Let me help!
Big blast! Can't get out of this!
First aid!
That's it! Going in!
I'll bring you
Watch
back
this!
from death's abyss!
Thunder Ready to go!
Resuscitation! This one's mine!
Burn up! Inferno punch!
I'm gone!
Take this!
Watch this!
Dragon
Aw,
Force!
two-sided
Sword Rain Alpha!
Pierce evil!
That freaking does it!
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
This help? Now you see what I can do!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Healing circle!
I really owe you. I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Time! Ignite!
I'm on it. Look sharp.
Healing circle!
Now I can let loose!
Hurricane lightning!
Prepare to be sealed. Look sharp. I'm just getting started. Take this.
Explosive Ring! Do
Here
it!
goes.
Rima!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Everyone's still in one piece? These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquio. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrect 35. About it sometime.
Hold on to your art. Here I come! Don't be such a menace! Air
Sword Rain Alpha!
No fun! Heaven and earth. Here, let me help. Oh, don't mind if I do. First aid! Hurricane! Light astral energy! Here! Air thrust!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Reload!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malicer!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Disasters made one!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Healing circle!
Dragon Swarm! The flame inside me! You're
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying? Your astral arts are truly incredible.
Every little bit helps, right?
Indeed it does.
Take this.
I'll keep pushing to be better as
Now!
well.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Well, looky here.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You picked the wrong fight!
Going in!
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Explosive ring!
Far enough!
I'll heal you. This one's mine.
Take this!
Hold on to your arms. Here I come!
Here I go! Sword Rain Alpha!
I can carve through armor!
Appreciate the help.
Ignite!
Just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Try this!
Piercing raw!
Explosive ring!
A wailing banshee of lightning! Annihilation!
Here I come! Try harder!
Look sharp. One more.
Take this!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon! No further!
I'm only getting started! Light astral energy!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Here, let me help. First aid! Dance in the wind! Sleep now.
Here I come!
I'm nearly done for.
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't
Let me
feel
help.
so good.
First
Sword
aid!
Rain Alpha!
I'll cover you far enough.
Recover!
Now I can let loose! Sword Rain Alpha!
You're mine.
Astral Arts?
That's my cue.
Dragon Swarm! Shut him down!
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
In a bind?
Come forth, the helix of purity!
Sloppy.
You'll pay for that!
Raging
Need to pull
cascade!
myself together.
Take this! A whirling struggle!
Dragon Swarm!
Winds of heaven!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
First Strike!
Photon flux! Dance in the wind!
Burn in hell!
Mega ray! Air thrust! Light astral lightning
Dragon
descent!
Roar!
Thunder blade! Hold on to your arms.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Inferno laser roar! Burning strike! Raging cascade!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons. for a long slog with this one.
I never miss!
Here I come!
Radiant
Sword rain out! Come this! Sword rain alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hurricane Sparta!
This one's all mine!
Air thrust!
You picked the wrong fight!
Get toasty!
Bird strike! Now!
By the power of water!
Dragon swarm!
Annihilation!
This one's
Smash
mine!
you!
Supernova! Reload!
Sword rain! Dragon swarm!
Taken down!
Sword rain alpha!
Thunderblade! Into the shadows! Okay, now!
Take this down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's
Now!
time to end this battle!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance in the wind!
Now! You're mine!
Alright!
Dragon swarm!
Watch him!
Sword rain
Make it
alpha!
ready! Zora! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I think I'm getting stronger.